to discover that my female colleague had accidentally torn her spacesuit on a sharp spike protruding from the protective panel. If her body were exposed to the vacuum of space, her lungs would likely rupture from the pressure difference. Everyone in Mission Control froze in terror. I told her to stay completely still, then carefully cut off the spike. While there was still oxygen in her suit, I brought her back to the space station, but just as I finally got her into the airlock, I caught a glimpse of a strange light and froze. I hesitated too long before closing the hatch, putting her life at risk. After the incident, she nearly died because of my negligence. The mission commander demanded to know what I'd seen that made me forget about my colleague's safety. I told them I saw an alien, but nobody believed me. They concluded I'd hallucinated and removed me from the space program. Not long after, the Soviet Salyut 7 space station suddenly went dark. If the station stayed offline too long, it would fall out of orbit. If it crashed into a densely populated area, the consequences would be catastrophic. To avoid becoming a laughingstock in front of the Americans in the West, the Soviets decided to send cosmonauts to repair the station. If they couldn't fix it, they'd destroy it with a missile, but that would create a massive debris field that could wipe out every satellite in orbit and set the country's space program back at least a decade. They brought in their most experienced cosmonauts to attempt docking with the station in simulators, but because the station was tumbling on two axes, manual docking was nearly impossible. Cosmonaut after cosmonaut tried and failed. The commander had no choice but to come find me, the one they'd fired, hoping I'd risk my life to dock with the station and make repairs. And so, my partner Sonya and I launched into space. Once the boosters separated, we were on our own. I had exactly 3 chances to dock with the station. I carefully worked the controls and, with the whole world watching, made my first attempt. It failed. After all, dozens of cosmonauts had tried hundreds of times in the simulator without a single success. The commander told me to take a break while they discussed new options. That's when Sonya ran the numbers and told me we'd need to accelerate to 3 times our current speed at a distance of 110 meters from the station to have any chance of docking. But if we missed, our ship would be torn apart and we'd both die. Before I even received orders from Mission Control, I decided to attempt the impossible. Both the station and our ship were moving at tremendous speeds. The slightest miscalculation would be catastrophic.
Questo è un attratto.
After a heart-pounding series of maneuvers, I pulled off a miracle that should have been impossible.